I can't wait to show you guys what I'm eating today. It's gonna be good. I'm making a bomb lunch salad, completely homemade. You can do it too, so easy. And then we are making a from scratch low carb dinner that is comfort food to the max. I cannot wait to share these recipes with you guys and show you everything that I eat low carb, high protein in a day. If you are new to my channel, I would love for you to like this video and subscribe. My name is Kathleen Hart. I'm a mindset and weight loss coach. I work with clients every single day to release and heal their mental blocks around dieting and weight loss so that you can get to your goals. If you are struggling to start your diet, you can't stick to it, it's just too hard, or you can't maintain your weight loss after you've done all of the hard work, mindset is the key. Anyone ever wants to work with me or learn more about my programs, everything's down in the description box below the videos. For today, let's talk about what I'm doing right now to maintain my weight loss, which has also helped me to lose my weight, and what I eat in an entire day. So number one, I am a low carber. I follow a low carb lifestyle and I find that that works best for me and my body. I do not react well to carbs. It just doesn't work for me. If I eat too many carbs, I feel very sluggish, very lethargic. I wanna lay on the couch and I wanna take a nap. Now I just follow a low carb lifestyle and everything is perfect. My energy levels are perfect. I love my food, as you guys know if you watch my channel, and I'm just so passionate about figuring out what works best for you and your body and your lifestyle and what you can stick to long term. I'm also eating over 100 grams of protein per day. This video will show you a great example of what I eat in a typical day. I also fast, so I fast up until lunchtime. The only thing I have is that coffee that you guys just saw, with a couple squirts of liquid stevia and some sugar-free creamer. Right now I'm obsessed with peppermint mocha. 'Tis the season. I also aim to drink over 120 ounces of water each day, majority of that being electrolyte water. Electrolytes are so important. In our day-to-day life, we are losing electrolytes. We need to replenish them. That could be just when you wake up in the morning after sleeping for 7 or 8 hours, you are dehydrated. You need to replenish your electrolytes. After drinking wine, you're gonna be dehydrated. Replenish those electrolytes. After getting your steps like I do, or working out, you're going to need your electrolytes. They are so important. If you're feeling afternoon fatigue, I think I've talked about this here before, I was feeling that. Afternoon slump, I was like, what is going on? Increased my electrolytes, boom. Felt a million times better, had that energy in the afternoon. So now let's talk about today's video sponsor, Element. This is a lifesaver. You guys know I've been making my own homemade electrolyte water at home, and as great as that is, this is a million times better, let me just tell you. Not only does it come in a bunch of flavors, which by the way, I've tried every single one and absolutely love every single one. I can say that has never happened with a product that I've tried ever. Each flavor is super unique and it tastes like the real thing. So what is Element? This is a drink mix you can add to your water to replenish your electrolytes. The best part about this product is that there's no junk in it, which is why I love it so much. There's no gluten, no artificial colors, no artificial preservatives, no sugar, and no fillers. Element contains a science-backed electrolyte ratio, 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. And it's perfect for a low carb or a keto lifestyle, paleo included in that as well, because it is 1 or 2 carbs per drink, per packet. I have never found a electrolyte packet mix, because I've been looking and trying a bunch, that had this low of carbs. This would have been a lifesaver for me when I was going through the keto flu this last time that I did my weight loss journey and started it, because I had the keto flu for over 11 days. This would have helped me immediately. Electrolytes can help so many different functions of your body, including regulating hormones, nutrient absorption, fluid balance, and even the conduction of nerve impulses. Specifically with the keto flu, this would have helped with fatigue, dehydration, sleepiness, muscle cramps, headaches. Those are all signs of an electrolyte deficiency. What I learned too with working with Element is that athletes can lose up to 7 grams per day. When sodium is not replaced, it's really common to experience so many things like muscle cramps, tiredness, and overall lack of performance. And you guys, you can solve all of these issues with just replacing some of your regular water with an electrolyte water. Element is offering my followers, using my link, a free sample pack
with every order,
which means if you order off their website, you get a free sample pack of all 8 flavors that they offer. You get to try them all. This is an awesome way to try all the flavors, see which one you like the best, buy a box of that once you do, and get yourself hydrated and replenish those electrolytes. The deal is only going to be available through my link, which is down in the description box down below. You have to go to drinkelement.com/heart. So that's drinklmnt.com/heart. HART. Their customer service is amazing. If for any reason you don't like the products, let them know and they will make it right. So literally, this is a risk-free offer, and not gonna lie, guys, you will not be disappointed with this product. I cannot stress enough how amazing these drinks are. And not only that, don't you wanna feel better? I was feeling so sluggish, so fatigued. Like I said, this would have been an awesome thing when I was going through the keto flu, to replenish my electrolytes and just feel better. If you're feeling like that, if you're feeling headachy, you know, muscle cramps, fatigue, especially in the afternoon, think about it. It might just be electrolytes. I know my life has changed recently since I upped my electrolytes and upped my protein, so this came at a perfect time. And thanks again for Element for sponsoring this video. Okay, the reason why I love this is because it tastes like a real raspberry flavor. It doesn't taste like fake. It tastes like a real, like you're biting into a raspberry. And really quick, you guys, I know you probably saw the chocolate salt. I tried this and I didn't know how it was gonna go, to be honest. I was skeptical, but it tastes like cold chocolate milk. So I'm really excited. I usually have one of these electrolyte waters around 11 o'clock. So right now it's 11:45. I've been filming this, so I'm about to make lunch in a little bit, but yeah, I usually have an electrolyte water around 11. And to be honest, it's like a nice little sweet treat, but it still works when I'm fasting. So absolutely love that. Gonna drink the rest of this and then start prepping my lunch. It's one of those drinks where you can't stop drinking it because it tastes so good, and it's got that little like salty kick too, but it's also sweet.
All right, Cobb salad for lunch. Let's do this. This was the most amazing salad. You guys have to make this. These are all of the ingredients that I used in this salad: chicken, bacon, tomatoes, gorgonzola, hard-boiled egg, and keto croutons that I made from a hot dog bun. Could not get any easier. First, let me show you what I did with the chicken. I just have some chicken breast here, salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, boom, that's it. Pan fry it, done. Then I have my bacon here. I always cook my bacon exactly the same way. So 415 degrees for 13 minutes. Comes out perfectly just like this every single time. It's nice and crispy, it's not chewy. This is exactly how I like my bacon. Then we're gonna use this really fun egg slicer that I got on Amazon. It just cuts the eggs perfectly. So, and I dropped it. But you know, you could easily do this with a knife, but I don't know. I just love the little perfect slices that this thing gives, and I feel like it just makes my life easier and it brings me joy. So we're using this today to slice up 2 hard-boiled eggs that I actually bought already hard-boiled to save another step and to keep this really easy. Look how perfect those are. Okay guys, here's all of the ingredients. I'm putting this over mixed greens, and like I said, we're just using a handful of ingredients. The chicken took 2 seconds. The bacon was in the oven while the chicken cooked. I sliced up the eggs. Boom, boom, done. Like literally, this was so easy, and even though it looks complicated and you're like, oh, that's a big salad to make at home, it was so simple. If there's a favorite salad that you like to get from a fast food place like Chick-fil-A, I'm kind of copying their Cobb salad, make it at home. Look at how pretty it is, just with all of the colors and all the different textures. I mean, Cobb salads are really great for protein. I'm getting 40 grams of protein just from the chicken in this salad. The eggs are gonna give me 14 grams of protein. The bacon, 12 grams. The gorgonzola, 6 grams for a total of 72 grams. And I'm just adding some ranch dressing onto here. Use any dressing that you like, blue cheese, ranch, whatever your heart desires. And I'm tossing it because I just love a good chopped salad that's mixed with dressing really well. And this was so delicious. It was so worth it, and it wasn't even that much work. I know you hear homemade Cobb salad and you're probably thinking, wow, that's gonna take me a long time. No, like 15 minutes, that's it. And all 15 minutes are totally worth it, especially for 72 grams of protein. What a great fast breaker and a great way to start my eating window. And yes, I ate this entire salad. Yep, I did, I finished it. So that salad kept me full until this dinner, but look how amazing this looks. Comfort food to the max. We are gonna be making low carb, French onion meatloaf. Oh my goodness. And then I'm serving this alongside of some crispy Brussels sprouts with an amazing dipping sauce. And then also, because we are having a gravy with the meatloaf, my garlic gravy, we have to have some kind of mash. Cauliflower mash it is. So first, let's start with the dipping sauce for the Brussels sprouts because I need this to sit in the fridge so all the flavors can really jive together. These are all the ingredients you're gonna be needing to make this. It is so easy, but not even joking you, the flavor that comes out of this sauce is phenomenal. And all I'm doing is putting everything in a bowl and whisking it together. The reason that I'm making this is because we were watching Good Morning America this morning, the news, and the anchor had somebody on making easy Thanksgiving dishes, and they made these Brussels sprouts with this dipping sauce, and the anchor on the news channel could not stop eating them and dipping them into this sauce. My husband and I are like, we have to make this tonight. We have to. And then here's me trying it. Yeah, you have to try this. Literally, you have to try this. Okay, so now I'm slicing up some onions pretty thin because this is going to go on the top of the meatloaf and also in the meatloaf itself, but we have to cook it on the stove first. So you want them to be pretty thin. Try to make them all the same size, but mine aren't. It's not a big deal if they're not. All we're gonna do is put them in a saute pan. These are gonna cook for about 25 minutes, and you just wanna watch them, stir them every once in a while. We want them to get nice and caramelized and golden brown and amazing, basically. The price you pay for this meal is your house is going to smell like onions, but let me tell you, it is 1,000,000% worth it. So we're gonna take these babies from this to this. These look absolutely amazing. So this is exactly what you're looking for. Half of this is gonna go on top of the meatloaf. We're gonna reserve it, and then the other half is gonna go into the meatloaf mixture, and I'll show you that in just 2 seconds. So now we're gonna be prepping the garlic head because this is gonna go in our garlic gravy that we're making, but the garlic needs to be prepped now so that we can put it on the sheet pan with the meatloaf. So you just wanna cut that top part off, and we're gonna do a little bit of olive oil. I know it's a heavy pour. I was watching the camera, got a little ahead of me. So you don't wanna use that much, maybe a little less, but then do a little sprinkling of salt and a little bit of black pepper. And then you're gonna wanna take this tin foil and make a little pouch out of it, a little pocket, so that the garlic can roast. Again, this doesn't have to be perfect, guys. This is the fun part about what I like to call rustic cooking, because it is homemade, but it's not perfect at all. It just has to taste delicious. There's our pocket. We're gonna put this on the sheet pan with the meatloaf. So now let's talk about meatloaf. I'm using ground turkey today. You could use ground beef if that's what you prefer, whatever is up to you. And these are the only ingredients going into this meatloaf. The recipe is gonna be linked down below, so just watch and sit back right now. But the almond flour is the key. It really helps keep this meatloaf really moist and really delicious. So all you're gonna do is now add in half of that onion mixture to the meatloaf. And we're gonna mix this together and form it into a loaf on my sheet pan. And I lined my sheet pan with parchment paper this time. I find that that's really helpful, especially when you are making a meatloaf, because nothing sticks to it. And then here's my little trick. I learned this from Ree Drummond, the Pioneer Woman. She flattens the meatloaf like pretty flat like this to get all the air bubbles out. And then she forms it into a loaf. this is such a cool way to have it cook really evenly, and I feel like it does make a big difference. Now I'm gonna wash my hands. And then you've got your garlic little pouch here, and then the meatloaf. So this is gonna go into the oven and cook for about 40 to 45 minutes. And we're gonna take the garlic clove out a little bit before that so we can make the gravy. So now I'm just gonna really quickly prep the Brussels sprouts. Couldn't be any easier, guys. All you're gonna do is take halved Brussels sprouts, do a little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper. That is it. Okay, these are gonna go in my air fryer at 350 for about 20 to 25 minutes. I've never cooked them this low of a temperature before. I always do 400, but 350 is where it's at. I followed the recipe from Good Morning America and it did not disappoint. Okay, so while those are cooking, I'm gonna get my cauliflower mash going. Also very easy. So I'm just throwing a bunch of cauliflower into my steamer basket, and we're going to steam this just for about 10 minutes until it gets really nice and soft so it blends easily. My cauliflower mash recipe is already on my blog. A few simple ingredients. I know you guys are thinking I'm crazy for putting mayo in, but trust me, just a little bit goes a long way with making these absolutely creamy and delicious. So there was a little bit of butter in the bottom of my mixer. I do that so it gets like all mixed throughout and melted with the hot cauliflower. And you basically blend everything together and they are absolutely perfection. And you can actually put the lid back on and they will stay warm in here. So now we're just making a quick gravy with 3 ingredients, literally. Some chicken stock, since I'm using turkey. If I was using beef, I would use beef stock. And then a little bit of butter, or a lot of bit of butter, depending on the kind of personality you have. And then we're gonna take the roasted garlic out of the oven. This is the best way to get the garlic out of a roasted clove like this. Every time I would squeeze it, like everyone else does, you miss out on so much garlic. But if you just take a sharp steak knife like this and go in on the side of the clove, they pop right out, perfectly soft, sweet, garlic cloves. This is perfection, guys. Look how easily they come out of there. So don't squeeze them next time. Do the knife trick like I'm showing you here and tell me how much you love it. So we're gonna put the garlic cloves into this gravy. We're letting this reduce down. We're using the whisk to kind of break apart the garlic, and this becomes the most absolutely perfect garlic gravy with not even that many ingredients. Okay, so my meatloaf is out of the oven. It's fully cooked, but now we're just gonna do the toppings. So I'm taking the rest of the onions that I had reserved and just putting them right on top. And then we're going to top it with some freshly grated smoked Gruyere cheese to die for. Literally, this is such a good dinner. If you've never made a French onion meatloaf, you're missing out. Put this on your meal plan this week. I'm so serious. So the Gruyere is the best when it's smoked, in my opinion. And I just love the flavors of this with those caramelized onions with the ground meat. It's just so good. So pop this under your broiler for only about 5 minutes. Exactly what you're looking for. Nice and crispy, but then also gooey cheese. This meatloaf is just begging to have gravy poured all over it. Here are my Brussels sprouts. I don't have any words. No words. They're amazing with this dipping sauce. Highly recommend this recipe. Super surprised by it too, in a good way. If you're not a fan of Brussels sprouts, please do me a favor and just give this one a go. Look at this plate. This is absolute perfection on a plate. Low carb living can have amazing food. It can be easy. It can be fun. You can make an amazing Sunday dinner any day of the week with recipes like this. That was my first time trying the Brussels sprout, and that is where it's at. Chef's kiss. This is one of my favorite dinners that I've made in a long time. It's perfect for this time of the year, perfect for the cold winter months. You don't have to sacrifice when you're on a lifestyle like low carb or keto. You can still make bomb food that's really delicious and tasty. So today, I definitely beat my goal of protein for the day and I stayed low carb. This salad clocked me in at 72 grams of protein. Amazingly delicious. And then my dinner for this one serving of the meatloaf, it ended up being 31 grams of protein. So I hit 103 grams of protein per day. I stayed low carb and everything was absolutely delicious. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thank you again to Element for sponsoring this video. I'll see you guys soon with a new one. Bye guys.